Okay, I'm really hoping that this stands up. This is going to be a very long video because I am going to take my time washing my dishes. Hopefully the phone doesn't fall. It's at a weird angle, but I'm gonna get started. Kind of sort of a ASMR thing, I guess. No, without the proper speakers, so to speak. But yeah, I think yeah, pretty much. Not really gonna say much. I might edit this part out, the audio, and just play music over this portion. But yeah, as you can see, I've already started some. I don't know if you can see it from that angle, but yeah, there are dishes over here that I've already started, and I'm gonna take my time washing these dishes. A lot of us tend to rush through the dishes just to try to get them done, and that's important. You know, I get it. But you know, on your days off, like myself, like today is my day off, and you know, I understand. You know, some people want to wash their dishes super fast and just get to relax and enjoying their day off, and I understand that. I'm the same exact way. And but I don't know. Something told me to just take my time and wash every dish with intent. You know, like slowly wash every crevice. Just make sure it's clean. You know. Just get into every edge, every corner. Hopefully not to drop any glass, so it's not loud in the video. But yeah, I don't know what made me decide to do a video like this. I do have one video like this, but it's much shorter on this very same channel. But I don't know, something told me to just do a long form, a longer form video, just washing dishes, you know, living in the moment, just being in the moment. You know, slow it down a little bit, you know, because what I tend to do often is, and I mean with everything, like I want to hurry up and shower so I can hurry up and get to work, so I can hurry up and do this, and then when I'm at the job, it's so hurry up and do this so you can do this, and hurry up and do this, and before you know it, you've hurried your way through your day. And you know, I know sometimes when you're at work and when it comes to work, you want to hurry up and get it over with, because not many of us like to work. I get it. There are other ways, you know, to make a living. Some people may not, you know, be able to attain that. But I think that, and even, you know, speaking to myself, attaining, you know, stability outside of a paycheck is something that we all want, but many of us don't acquire or we don't attain it. And with a little bit more knowledge in a certain area, you know, I could thrive. You know, whoever's listening to this can thrive with the right knowledge in any field. You know, and I'm hoping that, like I said, when I listen back to this, one of my avenues of creativity, whether it be this channel, you know, no matter what it is, I hope and pray that the path or the right thing, if you will be presented to me. I know it has been many times, the right thing to, you know, succeed, make a great thing such as a business happen. I have actually pursued it, and you know, things didn't work out the first time. And I think with that experience, it was a great experience. When you experience something, especially that, it's never gone from your mind. Little details of it may be gone from your mind, like how to set up certain things online. Those things disappeared from my mind. But I do remember the names of those certain products and things that helps you get ads, added to your work or your video or whatever, to get more attention. But it's just a matter of me going back and restudying those things to make it clear again. And with that realization, if you will, with that realization, I will be able to start again. This is the opportunity, or this is the time. And I have nothing but opportunity. I have nothing but time. And you, whoever's listening to this, you have nothing but time. Time is on your side. And I know some people feels like, oh, it's too late. I should have started this and that. Oh, I'm in my 30s. I'm in my 20s, in my 50s. Or I'm in my 60s. It's never too late to learn a new hobby or to start a business. It's never too late until it's too late. So just think on that and know that, right now, the now, don't worry about the future. Don't worry about that moment. We don't know anything about, as far as our future. We're not mind readers. We're not promised tomorrow also. And that's another thing to remember. And not to worry about it so much, but just remember that, you have all the opportunity in the world right now. Start whatever it is that you are wanting to start. Like I said, this is probably going to be an inspirational video for me to look back at and watch. I just wish that, and I won't say I have any regrets. I have many regrets, I do, but and a lot of us don't want to admit it, but not every single thing in our lives may have gone the way we had planned it. But maybe those things didn't succeed because it's not, or it wasn't meant for you at the time. We never know. But that's a very great possibility, is that, okay, we weren't ready for that experience. We weren't ready for that. And so since we weren't ready, we were, pulled away from it. And whichever way that might have been, me in particular, finances was that thing, that I, and just living situation was that thing that pulled me away from what I wanted to pursue, career-wise and otherwise. But it wasn't, meant to happen around that time. However, right now, whenever you can, get the time, just start it. Start whatever it is that you want to start. And I pray that I look back at this video and pursue all of my creative endeavors and hobbies, pursue them as if I knew that those things would be gone within the next 24 hours, or within the next week. Pursue them like those things are not going to be there anymore. And when you pursue them in that manner, this is all just coming to my mind right now as I'm talking to you, whoever's watching, talking to myself behind the camera, that, just know that when you pursue that career or whatever it is, just make sure that you pursue it in a manner as if you didn't have, as if you were going to run out of time within the next day or week or so. And when you pursue it in that manner, you would be surprised. And I can imagine, there were certain things in the past that I had pursued, And I'm like, wow, it worked, and I'm glad I didn't quit, you know? And, and maybe not fast. I didn't get them fast. Some things I did get blessed with fast, you know? And I'm fully thankful for those things as well. And, if you, like I said, if you just go ahead and pursue whatever it is, then, you'll find that, for one, you may end up pursuing it faster than you thought. And then two, you will have a sense of satisfaction of, looking back. I'm glad I did that. I'm glad I didn't wait. And don't, of course, go into it intelligently, whatever it is. You don't want to spend your last paycheck on, dare I say, a course, or anything, whatever it is that you feel, or, after doing great research and finding out what it is, or finding out a certain plan, after you do all of that, just know that doing whatever it, doing whatever it was that it took for you to pursue that thing, just know that you're going to look back and say, hey, I'm glad that I did it. And I don't know if I'm making sense. Little, just doing a little bit of brainstorming, I feel as though, and these are the things that I do, I talk like this to my, in my mind, in this way, just thinking like, maybe you should do this, maybe you should try this, and some things I have tried and it has worked for me. And, some things I've tried and failed, like I had a previous, thing, that I was trying to pursue, and, my money didn't align with, that project. And so, or should I say my money, or I didn't have enough money, that was needed at that time to continue pursuing what it was that I was pursuing at the time. And so it's okay to know, or not okay to know, but it's good to know that if you messed up before in anything, any facet of life, just know that you have to try again. You have to keep trying. You know that you're trying with intention of, doing good. You know that you are. And even when you're in your moments where you're not perfect, don't beat yourself up about it. Don't. Just know that you have to fix your mindset, and whatever that may be, whether it be finding someone to talk to, whether it be meditation, talking to God is one of my favorites. But we also, if you need someone who can sit down with you, talk to you about your business, talk to you about whatever it is that you want to fix, have that person, that individual, that professional, whoever it is, to sit down with you and talk about it, whether it be business, whether it be mental clarity, anything, diet-wise, anything. Get someone that you trust that, will listen and take in whatever it is that you're saying and try to turn it into a plan for you. A plan for mental healing, a plan for business healing, healing your business if you already have one, or healing your finances. I'm sure that there are a lot of financial advisors and people who will support you on your journey. These are just things that I'm thinking about off the top of my head, and that, when I look back at this video, my goal is to hopefully, listen to myself and actually listen and pursue what it is that I want to pursue. And part of it, I don't know how I'm going to go about doing it. A lot of it, I don't know how I'm going to go about doing it. But I think it's important that no matter what, that I do pursue it in some sort of way. Just start. Like I was mentioning earlier, we have nothing but time. Time is on our side. And we have to take heed of that and do our best to try to pursue whatever it is, whether it's healing ourselves, trying to heal broken connections, whether it's like an old business that you had and it doesn't work, it's not working anymore. Try to make it work again. Or even with relationships, having a relationship with God, I know, is a good start to, or a belief system. Even if you don't believe in God, believe in something. If you don't believe in anything, believe in yourself and don't quit on yourself. That's important. And because to quit on yourself would be to quit on the people that loves you, and this is something that, is very important. We don't know, well, for one, it's important to ourselves, but for two, we don't know who's watching us. We don't know who looks up to us, and so you have to, you don't have to be stiff. I found it, finding a balance is important. You don't have to be stiff. You don't have to be whatever it is, that's not you. You can be yourself, but also, not only is it important to be yourself, but when you are yourself, no matter what that is, it might be different yous. We're not perfect. None of us are perfect. None of us are one energy or one attitude all the time. And so whatever it means, whatever it may mean, to not quit on you, not quitting yourself, but just pursuing whatever it is and not being stiff about it, but or not being stiff and enjoying or during whatever it is that you're trying to pursue. But it's important to be enjoying whatever it is that you do as well. If you don't enjoy it, you're not going to continue to pursue it. And that's my point. If it's something that you don't like, but it's a career field that you were forced into, I hope that you grow to like whatever it is, and or two, I hope that you, whoever you are, you find a way to pursue whatever it is that you love and enjoy. And I pray that whatever it is that you plan to pursue, I pray that it's something that helps heal people, as well as yourself. I really hope this for people. And I'm not just saying this. Yes, these thoughts are coming to my mind as I talk right now. Nothing scripted. I am about to let some of this water out. Nothing scripted. And I just want you to know that if you're listening, sorry for that noise. If you've listened this far in, just know that, I may not know you, but I do understand what it is to be hurt. I do understand what it is to be unhappy. And whatever career it is, whatever it is that you're doing, make sure that you pursue it so that you're happy. That's all I'm saying. Um, and it's hard. I get it. It's hard. It's not as easy. It's not as easy, um, to do, um, what I'm talking about. It's not as easy to find something you actually like. And, sometimes we just go with the thing that gets us by, the job. And, which I'm at right now, which many of us are at right now, But I will say, and I will be thankful for what I'm doing now is I can handle it a bit better. I didn't think I was going to be able to handle it at first. That's what I mean. What I meant earlier is by, I hope that whatever it is that you are doing, that you grow to find a way to learn whatever, or grow to learn to find a way, whatever it is, or to love whatever it is that you're doing, as a career. And so, and it doesn't hurt to, look around, try to find something that you love to do, and, or try to learn something new even, that you may love to do. And that's pretty much what my recent experience has been, is finding something that I'm like, okay, I'm okay with doing this. I'm okay with waking up with this, or waking up to have to do this. It's not a, something that, a business or anything, but it does, it's a job, like I said before, and it's something that helps me maintain. Many of us are in that situation. Not all of us have a business. I have different endeavors, side missions, if you will. But none of us, are, we don't start off knowing these things, and, we can blame, whatever, history, whatever, school system didn't teach this, didn't teach that, and, and I understand that, I get it, we should be given a foundation. However, with the internet now, and has been for decades now, there is a way, and it's just a matter of you. Like I said, whoever's watching this, and even me looking back at this, there is a way for you to crack into, or to tap into, rather, a way to get by, and that way being a business, something that you run, something that you manage. You have no boss, so you have to be responsible in waking yourself up at a certain time to get this thing, whatever it may be, started. Set a clock, set an alarm, and set a schedule on which days you were going to work to pursue this thing. Something that I, in the past, haven't done. I did at one point, but it fell off. But I hadn't done it wholeheartedly like I should have. I didn't stick to it, and I think it was simply because I gave up too soon. When I decided to, when I didn't have any money, at the time, and I decided to just let the business, just plummet, and fortunately nobody else was on, like, it was no major, business. It was, something else pursuing myself, and it didn't work out, but that was because I gave up too soon, and also it was, there were a lot of factors, living situation, like I may have mentioned it before, but many different things, that contributed to me not continuing to pursue that endeavor. But, nonetheless, I didn't quit. I didn't let it, oh, it's horrible, I'm not gonna pursue this thing. So I told myself, hey, just keep going, keep trying. And, I most definitely, I'm gonna start off, I'm gonna rinse this pot out and then rinse every dish and then put them in the pot. Or start putting them in the drain, rather. Yeah. But, sorry, I know that may be loud in the video. But, I just, at the time, I didn't have the funds. Ran out of funds. My living situation didn't allow me to do extra. But now that I'm looking at my situation now, I'm like, I'm in a situation where I could do extra. I could pursue this thing again, and go hard at it this time. Go at it full force, and going at it full force, it gives me a chance, to realize that, hey, I can look back instead of sitting and thinking about it, like, oh, maybe I should do this. Actually do it, whatever it is that I'm able to do, that you are able to do financially, whatever it is that you can do, whether that be getting your LLC, getting that started, Googling how to get that started, Google how to get your LLC started, Google how to go about doing it, find out all the information you need to find out to get this thing done, no matter what it is, LLC, financing for this sort of business, whatever it may be. Find a way to start somewhere. And this is, like I said, this is just me talking to myself, and maybe looking back, I'll look back at the video, and hopefully looking back at this video will give me, some sort of inspirational spark to go ahead and start whatever it is that I want to start. I think that we all should do that. Those who are wanting to pursue that. And if you just want a day job, a regular day job, that's fine too. Whatever it is that makes you happy. Whatever it is that makes you happy, do it. If you realize that you're happy in the space that you're in, just bask in it for a little bit, just love it, for what it is in the moment. Don't hold yourself at too high of a standard, because yes, it's important to shoot for the stars, right? But if you shoot for the stars but you don't have no way of landing, after you shoot for the stars, so to speak, failed metaphor attempt. But it's like, okay, put it this way. If you are happy where you are, right? But you also realize that starting that new business, aka shooting for the stars, you just so happen to realize that pursuing that business is going to put you behind in a way, then don't do it yet. You don't want to quit and say, oh, I'm not going to do it. But just give yourself time. Give yourself a little bit of grace. Give yourself a little bit of grace. Don't beat yourself up about it. Just know that, hey, I can start again. And there's ample opportunity. We have 7 days a week and 24 hours. Sorry about that noise. We have 24 hours in each day, right? And, it's possible within a 30-minute span, because I've done this before, but I didn't make much of it. I started a website, and I started a website, and it was intended to help people. It's intended to help people, dealing with all kinds of issues. What it was, part of it was going to have different sort of, interactive, little fun interactive on-screen sort of things. And, you can go about clicking or going through each different thing that whoever the visitor is to the site that they're dealing with. And there's also different numbers to help with it. Sorry about that noise again. There are different numbers to help, people with, or those individuals with whatever issues. And, plethora of numbers I had on it, help resources, and it was going to be broad. Like if you needed help with anything, that website is going to have, resources on it to help people. And somehow that would be my driving force behind a, successful business. I would be able to help people, but also, while helping people, certain things, I don't know what, affiliate links, I don't know how, to go about it yet, but I'm thinking on it, have that be, a means of me making some sort of income, off of that website, off of that, what would eventually come to be a business, customer-focused business, something that I've been thinking about for a while. And, like I said, I hope that I can look back at this video, and maybe even you, if you find something that, that will help you pursue whatever it is that you are aiming to pursue. I'm hoping that you would be able to look at this video and it be the spark that you need to continue. Whether that be me, or whoever you are that's listening. But yeah, I'm hoping that, I'm hoping that there will be a way, for those wanting to pursue a business and not knowing how to go about it. I'm hoping that there will be a way that you find that you are able to stick to and go hard at it, go 100, and don't stop. So that way you can look back and at least say that you took the step. At least I am happy that I can look back and say, okay, I took that step. I took that step to try to learn how certain applications and things work, to help me pursue whatever business idea it was that I had back then. And I'm glad that I at least tried, so at least I can say, oh, you know what? If I happen to run across whatever that is again, I say, you know what? I know how to do this. You didn't lose anything. You don't lose anything by trying. You know what I'm saying? There's a good message. Jesus. There's a good message. You don't lose anything by trying. you're not losing out on anything by trying something that is productive. Fear and then not trying it is when you lose out. And that's one thing that I can say that, I had, I'll give myself credit, give myself grace. I had trouble with that, realizing that, everything that I do is, I can do it, to the best of my ability. And I won't eat myself up, if I fail at it, or rather don't eat yourself up if you fail at it. I felt as though I had failed, and at that time, and for years, I felt like I had failed, but the beautiful thing about it is that I didn't fail. Whatever it is that you tried to do to fix, your life, to fix your business, whatever it may have been, you didn't fail if you tried. Yes, failed. I tried and failed many times, Yes, tried and failed. But you tried. And that you trying, whatever it was, that was positive, you didn't fail. So just give yourself some grace. Just know that that's gonna fall. Just know that that's gonna fall. I don't know. I'll put that in there. Yeah. Move that back there. Yes, but just know that you didn't fail at whatever it was. You have to give yourself some grace. Actually, I can. Oops. I'm gonna throw this. I'm gonna throw these away. Also, decluttering helps too. I did a lot of house cleaning. And I found that when you declutter, you can think more. And I know sometimes, like even in my clutter, I felt like, oh, I'm comfortable in my clutter. I'm good, but, and that may be the case, but me being that type of individual, at times, I realized also, maybe if I just, trim the fat off of, the junk, the things that, whether that be, not to be not philosophical, but not to be, extra about it, but trim the fat off literally, of everything that you deal with. Extra food that you're not supposed to be eating, get rid of it. Any junk you may have laying around your house that you don't use, you don't want to just throw stuff away, but, or try to go back and make use of it, try to pull out that old project that that you tried to pursue but didn't, whatever it is, or tried to finish but didn't finish. Try to pull that project back out, and but don't just let it sit around, because now this is something I learned. When I let something sit around for too long and I've pursued it, I just want to make sure that the video is still running. If there was something that I let sit around too long and I tried to pursue it and I didn't finish it, I feel bad with it in my face, with it just sitting there like, you didn't finish that. And there's still some things I haven't finished. I have to put this bike together. Long story short, tire on my bike popped, and that was like a while ago. Still haven't finished it, and sometimes I'll sit like, I'm fine, got legs, I can walk. What were us humans doing before any bike or car? We were walking. So it doesn't eat me up as much. The bike situation doesn't eat me up as much. I just have to change out an inner tube. Haven't done it yet. Maybe that'll be something I'll pursue, while I'm off. that bike, sometimes I'll be sitting and I'll look at it and I'm like, man, you didn't finish that. That doesn't eat me up as much as old projects, old business endeavors, things that I told myself that, yeah, you're going to go back to that. It's okay, you're going to go back to it. Look up months later, oh, you're going to go back to it. You're going to go back to it. Years later, oh, it's okay, you're going to go back to it, and before you know it, multiple years have passed, on something that you told yourself years ago that you were going to complete. And that is a lot of us, and sadly but truly a lot of us, myself being one. There are many projects that I wanted to, pursue, and I still can. I think that's another reason why I'm making this video, is just let myself realize, like, hey, you have time, which is the main subject of this video, is you have time. So whatever it is that you're trying to pursue it. Maybe that'll be the title, I don't know. But yeah, like I said, this is a very different video, long form. I don't know how long this video has run, and I don't know how long it will run. I have the, if I'm even allowed to upload a video this long, I have no idea. But I'm making this video to help me realize that, constant reminder to sit back. If I do watch back, I don't watch back at many of my videos as of late, but if I do look back at this video, and this video may not be edited, I might add some music over it just to, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I will upload this regardless, and I may add music, I may not, but I think it's just important for me to listen back and realize, like, hey, you have time. This weekend I have time. There's no reason for me to rush through these dishes. Yes, might want to rush through to get done, to watch TV, jump on your favorite app, or jump on your favorite video game, or whatever it may be, right? But just taking your time, being in the moment. That's the main thing about this video. That's another main thing about this video, or another thing rather about this video. Focusing on taking my time, being in the moment. Just letting out my thoughts, talking out loud. This is what I do anyway in my head when I'm not recording. Just thinking casually, and I know a lot of us do it. Some of us won't or aren't as brave to admit it. Like, I'm not saying I'm brave in that light, but I know that we all have our ways. We're all different, Some of us are just quiet minds, peaceful, no thoughts. Some of us are peaceful minds, but we just have thoughts, a lot of thoughts, just like me. And it just depends. It just depends on the day. There are just a lot of factors. So, but yeah, I have a talkative or active mind rather. This is what I do in my head. And sometimes I have my quiet thought moments where I'm not thinking much and I'm just calm. Yeah. Yeah, I had to rewatch that. I watched it good the first time, but I didn't feel I know that squeakiness may be annoying to some people, but that is a sign. Hey, it's a squeaky clean. I know a lot of us have that, I grew up with it too. many of us had. We had that one bowl in our cabinet. Or multiple bowls we had. We had the one bowl or multiple bowls in the cabinet that had stains, salt stains, turmeric, tomato sauce or whatever. Noodles, that I used to really do with my love noodles. Whatever it is I'm eating. They always had a bowl. They had a deep stain. They had came out. And still ate out of it. And could probably taste a little bit of what was in it previously. It's just real. We all have that's one thing that happened. Something that happened is like, hey, that is a fact. That is a fact, for certain. And it was something I can look at, something any of us can look back and laugh at. But, yeah, this is what we want. But I like to make sure that I don't have no orange spots. I don't know if you can see that. Make sure I don't have any orange spots all in my dishes. Unless I run out of space, which is not a problem, which won't be a problem. But yeah, yeah, definitely be in the moment. When you have time to be in the moment, on your days off, be in the moment. I'm actually enjoying this right now because I'm not speeding. I'm not speeding through this process as I usually would, and the dishes would get just as clean, or maybe not, or maybe even cleaner, because I'm scrubbing rapidly. But no, with this here is just something different. Not something I thought of, or planned rather, but let me just turn on this camera. Let's do a video of me washing the dishes. Taking my time doing it. Getting it clean.
And yo, Keys, let these cats know how it is.
I think this is probably rooted from something, a favorite of mine, growing up. I know a lot of people give him black, but look, Bob Ross was the man. Bob Ross was the man. PBS station was my jam. Bars. I'm just kidding. PBS station. Was my thing. And of course, the Cartoon Networks, and of course, Two Stupid Dogs, doggone Courage the Cowardly Dog, Powerpuff, all of that, and then Clifford, the big red dog. Just named a bunch of dogs, lady. Maybe it's because I need a dog. Maybe it's because I want I don't know. Maybe not a dog. Dogs are a bit, I love dogs, but they're a bit, I don't want to say needy, but they are our children, in the sense, like, I love dogs, I love animals, but like, when you have a dog, you have to have time to take care of that dog. And then, I don't want my dog to, the reason why I mention this, I don't want my dog to have to stay home all day, in a cage, stay home all day in a cage, and me let him out when I get home, like, and that's how a lot of it, Some people have their dogs trained well, enough to, let them roam free around the house. Maybe eventually I will have that, maybe not, But, dogs are a bit more, they require a bit more attention and maintenance, And I don't know, that's gonna fall again. Oh, you know what? I'll just turn this way. Yeah, but dogs require a bit more attention. Require a bit more love, as opposed to a fish or something like that. I mean, maybe I would, maybe I'll get a fish. That might not be a bad idea. I have plants, but when it comes to a dog, though, yeah, they require more attention. You can't just, you can. People do it. They have a dog that only comes out when they're home. When they come from work or when they come from wherever it is they are. You let the dog out of the cage and you hang out, but I don't know. It's like, it's very, I don't know. It's like a sort of, I don't know. I put myself in the animal's position, and some people, oh, they don't care, maybe they don't, but I don't know, I just would like to have a dog or have an animal rather, that I can rock with, that can roam free around the house. But I kind of derailed what I was talking about. As far as like Bob Ross and PBS and the cartoons or whatever, Bob Ross is the man, and I know that I grew up on Bob Ross and many different PBS Cartoon Network stuff, just different stuff. Hey Arnold, Arthur, if you know, you know. You just know, That's so internet of me to say that. If you know, you know. What's that? IYK. YK. But, yeah, no, it's just, the Bob Ross, he was so smooth with it. And, I said the Bob Ross. Bob Ross, he was just so smooth with it. And I just figured, you know what? Just make a video. And I really didn't, I just knew that I knew one thing. I didn't have a Bob Ross sort of thing in mind about this, but I did, however, say to myself, hey, do yourself a favor and be in the present moment while you're doing dishes. Just sort of, take your time. Make sure every dish is clean. Which I usually do. Always. But this time, actually, really just take your time. Be in the present moment. Don't rush. Get a good rinse on every dish. This here. Don't judge me on my stacking. If you can even see that. Yeah. Seems like, no, that's perfect. And but yeah, like, I'm just gonna, just have those dishes stacked in the kind of way. Once they dry, then I'm gonna pull this way some so they can down into the sink, not on the counter. And and those two Tupperware bowls there, I've had them for a while. I'm just gonna throw them away. And they're not Tupperware I bought from a spot. A restaurant, everybody, everyone in their kitchen has that extra, sort of dish or bowl or plate, or dish or bowl rather, or even cup from a certain restaurant or different restaurants that they've had and just had sitting in their apartment or their home, and they've used it as Tupperware. And that's what these things are. So I'm just going to throw those away. I guess it's a part of that whole decluttering thing. Yes, this is a Brillo pad that I have. I don't even know if people use Brillo pads anymore, but these were, I acquired these, and they kind of smell. Brillo pads. Brillo pads smell terrible. Let me see. I'm gonna take that out in a little bit. Just leave that there. And let me see. I'm gonna wash this out. Time cleaning the sink. But yeah, Bob Ross was smooth with it. Yeah, man, he paint the most amazing thing after whispering ASMR in you to sleep. Yeah, man. I love my child. I miss my childhood. And I love my childhood. Nothing was perfect, but it's okay. I'm still thankful for it regardless. You should too. You should be thankful for your upbringing and be thankful that, that you got through it, that you're here, and not even got through it all, like it was such a struggle, and things happen, everyone goes through different things, but, just know that however your childhood was, just be thankful that that you're here to see it through, just be thankful that, you were blessed with another day, So yeah, it's a beautiful thing. Kind of making myself sleepy with this. Just rinsing everything off. It's funny. Random thought just popped in my head. Actually, yes. All the time I have random thoughts pop in my head, but yes, this thought in particular, thinking about how I would go to the food banks a while ago, and you can find amazing like brands and things at this food bank. A lot of times at food banks, it's and this was years ago. When you find some things, you're like, wow, this is amazing that they have this. But then some things you're like, And but the one thing I did learn about that is that, realizing, that I have to be thankful for the things that I am able to afford. That's what my experience of food banks and now being able to pay for my own food, and even back then I was able to, but it was, hard times. Everyone goes through hard times. And, but what that taught me is cherish what in other words, don't take for granted, the things that you have, or the things that we all have, like stores, phones. We can't take these things for granted. The roofs over our heads. I know sounds cliche, but there are many people, but it's real. There are many people who don't have roofs over their heads right now. And it's nighttime where I am, or approaching nighttime rather, and they don't have roofs over their heads. And that's in every city. That's everywhere around the world. For those of us with electricity, with a phone, with a sink with dishes, soap, dish soap and hand soap. We have different types. This is interesting, but it's. I know it sounds. I know it's extra, but this is interesting. We have different kinds of soap. There are many people who have one bar of soap, and it's Castile based, and it's meant to wash everything from their body to their dishes to whatever it is that they have. Some people don't have it the way that other people have it, and I'm not rich. We're not rich, for those of us, I don't know who's going to watch this video, but I do know that not all of us are rich. I know I'm not, but I'm rich in a manner of, no, I take that back. I am rich. I have things that, love, for one. People love me. There's some people who are, there's different things. I can go in any direction with this. There are things that we are supposed to be, that we should be rather, thankful for, that some people don't have. Be thankful for what you have. Different types of soap, like the example earlier. Behind this camera here, I have cases and cases of water, where someone out there only has one bottle of water and they have to make that last for their family. One bottle of water for their whole family in some cases, so like I said, it's just, like I said, I don't want to make it an extreme thing, but we just have to be thankful for what we have. I'm gonna I don't want to knock down the phone. I'm gonna use the last bit of this paper towel, or this roll at least. I'm just gonna wipe along here, make sure it's dry. Wipe along my sink. I don't know what that is. Put it there. Oh, paper. And wipe around here. But yeah, just be thankful for what you have, It's just a matter of being thankful for what you have. Like I said, this is a reminder for myself to look back at this, or even, or whoever's watching, just know that, not everybody has it like you. And even though that you're not, you may not be where you want to be, and there are people, just, how about this? This is another one, random thought, but I think it's helpful. We may not be where we want to be right now, but there's somebody who is wealthier than us, who's still not where they want to be, in another way, spiritually, mentally, so, and even financially, they may be the richest person in the world, and they may feel like, oh, it's not enough, and with that can be a very, I'm just going and trying to find out, I'm going to step off of there to find, get some napkins. Let me see, I'm going to try to pause it. Okay, back again. I don't want to pause it too long, and I don't want that to slip off of there. So I will be right back. Okay, so yes, there are, if you can hear me, there are things, right? There are things that, or ways, or, that many people have, or let's just say things rather, that people have, and they still aren't happy with what it is that they have. They can be the richest person in the world, right? Still not satisfied with the wealth that they have, right? And, they can have family surrounding them, and still not be happy, you know, and then realizing, you know, or then there are other people who sit and they're realizing, you know, they sit and they realize like, I wish I had this family, this time, this, that, and this, you know, just thinking about different things that they wish that they had. But the important thing, whether you're a rich, wealthy person, right? You're super wealthy and you're still not happy, or whether you know, don't have family, or no matter what it is, okay? Just know, right? Just know that you have time to heal. Ugh. You have time to heal. Whatever it is, right? Whatever it is that you're dealing with, whether it's your wallet, social life, spiritual life, family life, or your life in general, you have time. This video is a reminder of that you have time, you know? And so I may end up so this video is 34 minutes long, or so it says. I paused it, but yeah, haven't done a video this long, I don't think, ever. And this one isn't going to be edited. I'm going to upload this as is. Hopefully it'll take. And if it doesn't, I'll upload it in pieces. Oops, almost dropped that. I'll upload it in pieces, and then you know, like I said, I guess I gotta look in the video. Oh yeah, you have time. That's what I'll name it, I guess. You'll have time. And I'll probably forget that title. I'm just taking my time. I'm in the moment. I'm not focused on what the video title is going to be. Literally. Just doing kitchen cleaning and just taking my time. I know you guys can't see that. It's okay. I keep it fairly clean up here for the most part. Just doing a little bit of extra cleaning right now. But yeah, you know, now that so wring this out. Put it on the hot side. I'm just gonna wring this bad boy out. Water is piping hot. Make sure that rag is rinsed really good. Don't have no sour smells. Just this in. Here. And then, it doesn't have to be perfect, that's okay. We're going to fan that bad boy out. And have it cross like that here. See that? I'm just going to wipe this down one more time. before closing out the video. Like I said, you have time. Just take advantage of it and don't put too much pressure on yourself. You got plenty of time. That's kind of loose. That's okay. Alright. You all have a good day. I don't even know. Have a good day.